What's happening, party people from the fifth dimension? This is your homeboy Angelo out here in sunny Southern California. Yet another amazing day here in the fifth dimension. Oh my goodness, heaven on earth. Whew. I get used to this. A northern boy coming down to Southern California. All right. The message is usually pretty rudimentary, but it's a message that people need to hear, according to me. So today, the message is, what goes in must come out. What are we doing on a daily basis? Our days are microcosms of our weeks, are microcosms of our months, are microcosms of our year, are microcosms of our life phases. So, what are you eating today? What are you eating today? Are you eating good food? Are you eating for the sake of, anxiety? Or what are you doing today? Are you going on a walk? Are you sitting around kind of on your duffer watching the Johnny Depp trials or watching commentary related to Will Smith's slap or whatever the topics they want you to focus on are trying to get you into? Me personally, I'm focused on these palm trees over here. These things are amazing. The wind's blowing them. They're so beautiful. We don't see these up in the Pacific Northwest. So, are you focused on the wrong things? Is your energy going into things that don't serve you? What's your hopes and dreams and goals? My hopes and dreams and goals, I'm already living those things, and it's only getting better from here on out. Do you find yourself saying, I wish, I hope, I want to, I need to a lot? I'm trying, anything like that isn't anything less than I am. It's happening. It's on. We're doing it. Are you living your life? Because right now is the only moment. If you're focusing on this never-ending, never-attained future state, then where are you? What are you doing? We don't need to be focusing on the news. There's nothing new about the news. It's the same old rigmarole that they keep pushing at us day in, day out. Fear. They don't, whoever they are we. We created them. We are all one. Once we understand that, we're going to be a lot happier in this life. When we realize that we are them and they are us and we are all one, we will realize that whatever happens to any of us happens to all of us. So, that being said, how can you make a difference in a world when you feel like, I'm trying to eat right, I'm trying to do right, I'm trying to be healthy, I'm trying to help people, but people just don't want to do it. People just don't want to do that. When you're talking about other, you're reflecting what you see in yourself. So the change, like Gandhi said, always starts from within. Change yourself, change the world. Sounds simple? It is. A lot of things in life are so simple, and yet we, from our catabolic mind frame, are very easy to overcomplicate things that are quite simple. Cliches are cliches because they're typically true. You can only be as healthy as the foods that you eat. So if you're eating junk food, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, why? Why don't you like that? Keep digging into the questions. Why don't you like what you see if that's the case? Maybe that's not you. Maybe it's something else you don't like about your life. But why is that the case? Maybe it's because you've got a little bit of a belly. Or maybe it's because you don't like the way your face looks. Or maybe you're balding or something like that. I can tell you one thing. When you start living a life of service and a life of gratitude, that will change. When you start appreciating yourself for the powerful, infinite being that you are, that will change. And look, we're all spiritual entities having a human experience right now. Don't believe me? Where do you think you go when you die? Well, we rot, we decompose, we turn into dust. Of course, that dust, where does that go? It blows around the world, it comes back somewhere, it becomes somebody's food. The cycle of life, the circle of life, it comes back. You are going to become food for somebody else, something else, sometime in the future, not too far from now. And time is illusory. Time is what we make it out to be. If you're a housefly, maybe you live in 24 hours, 48 hours, and then you die. To a fly, does that seem like a day that seems to us? No, it doesn't. That's the entire life. It's all relative. Everything is relative. So if you don't like the way you look, you don't like the way you feel, you don't like the way you're living, you have the power to change that. No matter what you think, you have the power to change that. There's people that have far less than you that would be so thrilled to have a fraction of what you have in your life right now. I think a lot of people in our society today are quick to feel depression because we have so many options, we have so many choices, we have so much at our disposal. We have the world at our fingertips through this little computer that we carry around in our pocket. We call it a phone. It's a high-powered computer. It's a high-powered camera. And we are so, as a collective, from what I'm seeing, we are so numb to the world and what's going on. Don't you just want to get out here and breathe? Let's do a couple breaths, y'all. Woo! Charge it up. You're feeling a little down and out. Get into your breath. The breath changes everything. Breath is life, baby. So, you want to make some change in the world? Start with yourself. Start with little changes, but stay consistent, and eventually you'll wake up one day and be like, wow, remember back then when I thought everything was so terrible and everything was so out of whack, and now look at me. And then when we get to the point where we are now, like when I had my brain cancer diagnosis and I thought I was going to die soon, they told me I wasn't going to live long, and I'm still alive. And I'm not just alive, I'm thriving. There's a difference between surviving and thriving. You want to be thriving every day. Walk outside and be like, woo, oh my goodness gracious, what a day. You know what I'm saying? Like really mean it, really feel it, like right here in the heart chakra, baby. Woo. And so you get to this point where I'm at now. Do you think I'm done? Like, okay, I made it, I'm done, I'm retiring, I'm ready to die? No, there's always more. There's always more interest. Why do you think people keep living into their old age? It's not because they're just going to give up. It's because there's always something new around the corner. Step into the unknown, embrace it. Man, like today, I don't know exactly how today's going to unfold. I have a couple of ideas about what's going to happen. Like Mallory and I are going to go have some matchas or some juice down at the Organic Tree, one of our favorite places here in town. We're going to go have some of that. That's a little treat for us. So that's something I'm looking forward to. If that doesn't work out, there's plenty of adventure waiting for us. We have so much to be grateful for in this world. I love it. I love it so much. So you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in. Remember what you have to be grateful for in this life. There's so much in this beautiful, abundant, wide world. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day. Peace.